my fellow humans, welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to thank anyone and everyone for continuing to support this channel, for being a part of this ever-growing tribe, and just for your time and energy. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder we're all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. And with that being said, today we are going to find out about messages from the ancestors, and let's get to it. So, ancestors of highest light and love, what messages do you have for my fellow humans today? What would you like them to know? Ancestors of highest light and love, what messages do you have for my fellow humans? What would you like us to know, ancestors of highest light and love? Okay, ooh, we've got the 7th house Libra and the South Node. All right. Why do I feel this is like a fear of relationships coming through here, or like a fear of commitment, or fear or a worry that you're not going to get a relationship, worry that things aren't going to work out for you. This is interesting, right? Because we have the South Node here. I feel like the ancestors, this is like very resonant with the last ancestor message already, but that's okay, right? I feel like your ancestors are trying to bring somebody in, right? And this could be a friend. It does not have to be a romantic relationship. This could be a friend, but it's something that's harmonious. It's something that's equal give and take. This is something that's your justice. This is you receiving justice for having dealt with all the hardships that you've had. But there's an old belief here that's holding on tooth and nail, and it's almost like you don't want to let it go, or it's just so strong and you're trying to work through it and you're not finding peace with something here. Okay, whether that's being okay with the fact that you might not get who it is that you wanted, or whether that's forgiveness of someone who betrayed you and hurt you, or whether that is just being okay with the past as it was, knowing that there's nothing you can do in this moment or moving forward that will ever change what has happened to you. And sometimes that is so hard. Right? Sometimes letting that go is the most difficult thing that we can do, but it is the most beneficial thing. You know, anything that's worthwhile in life is often very difficult to achieve. And remembering that as we're going through our healing journey, that if it's difficult to heal, then it means that whatever comes with the healing is going to be so much better and so much more aligned with my highest good. And so here it does feel like they've been trying to bring you closer and closer to relationships, something that is for you. But I do feel like there's a sense of indecision that's been coming up here for you. There's a sense of like not feeling like you're aligned enough to get this, or feeling like, you know, it's just, oh, this is another one in the pot. Like they're just going to act the same way that everyone else is acting. So it's like this person could be here right now. This could be a friend. There's like an old belief system that's going on right now. Okay, with the South Node, this is patterns that you followed up until now, right? And you have a choice to change that. Like you have a choice to set things right by choosing something different. And choosing something different is not easy. It is simple, right? But it's not easy. And so the ancestors here are asking you to just choose something different. Choose something different, like thinking a different way, believing that love is possible, believing that there are people in your soul tribe. And that's what it really feels like, believing that you do deserve having people in your life, because there's a sense of loneliness that's at play here with this reading. It just feels very like you've been alone. It's like maybe something's too good to be true, or maybe this person is just like, I just know that it's a honeymoon phase. It's only going to last for a while. And then this person really thinks that I'm gullible. So instead of getting involved in it, I'm just going to end things here. I guess really what it feels like here is that there's this fear at play where you can't let go because of the past. And it is the past, right? But I also feel like there's been a massive shift in your energy here recently, and they're helping you to come into a place of the North Node. But we have to go through the process, right? We have to go through what that healing entails and really integrating that. And in order to integrate that healing, there's a need to choose something different. Like, don't do the same thing you always do. So the example they keep giving me here is a kiss. I don't know why this is the example, but I feel like this is probably the simplest way that they can explain it, and that's why it's coming through, is that say when you meet somebody and they ask you out on a date and you always kiss them on the first date. Like, no matter what, you want to end with a goodnight kiss. And they're saying that this time, do something different. Maybe instead of a kiss, like a romantic kiss, can you do just a little peck, like a little taste, right? Or maybe a peck on the cheek. Like, let the anticipation build. Or maybe it's even further than that. Maybe you sleep with people on the first date. And again, no judgment here. We all have our stories. So there's no calling anybody out here. Okay? I'm just telling you that whoever feels like that's a trigger or feels like they have a right to say, there's no calling anyone out here, because that's everybody lives their life according to what's best for them. But if you always sleep with someone on the first date, they're saying instead of sleeping with them, maybe just in the night with a short romantic kiss. Like, don't let things get too heated. That's what it feels like here. And so, because when things get too heated, it's like you take it too far, too fast. Or it's not that you're taking it that far. It's like things begin to unfold and you feel like you have no control. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay. And so what they want you to do is come back into this place of maintaining control over yourself. Not over the situation, but over yourself. If it's starting to get really steamy too fast, then pump the brakes. If you're seeing red flags, it's okay to pump the brakes. Slow down. Let things unfold here. Okay. Yeah, life is speeding up. Like, this is something that's coming in fast. Okay, like this feels like it's moving really fast. It feels like it's really scary. It feels like, oh my gosh, like how am I going to keep up with this? Like, and it feels like the old you would have just been with the flow, but the new you have a say here in your boundaries, right? Consider your foundation. Look at how committed you are to love. Yeah, so we do see it being played out here with love. I do feel like I want to get one of these. What else would you like to say? Yeah, house 3. Oh, yep, that makes sense. Early in learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communications. This is something that is reminiscent of your childhood. And we have house 10 on the bottom. Structure, discipline, life mission, accomplishments, and career. But this is someone who's meant to come into your energy. This is a part of your life, okay? Choose love. You always have a choice. Make yours with love. And I feel like here it's reminding you that if you have to say, you know, this is too fast, can we slow things down? Or you have to say, you know, like, this time let's not kiss, let's wait until the next time. Like, whatever it is, it just feels like a boundary that needs to be put in place, remembering that you're doing it from a place of love. And that's okay. It will be received. If this is someone who's meant to be in your life, then they will lovingly receive whatever it is that you're giving them. Make your dreams real. Yeah. With number 5611, this is a spiritual ascension for you. There's a huge ascension right here. And I feel like it's kind of like dragging on. This is what it feels like. It's dragging on for a while, but it does have to do with your relationships. With the 7th house, again, it does not have to be romantic. If it's friendships, maybe you just throw all caution to the wind and you show up for them no matter what. And it's just saying, you know what, maybe you just need to let them figure things out at first until you give all that loyalty away, right? And if it's family, if it's a family situationship, then it's just, again, there's this pause. It just really feels like pausing to let things unfold here, not pushing. I feel like oftentimes you're very aggressive when it comes to the relationships, in the sense that you're so used to taking the lead. And they want you to just kind of receive right now and let other people take the lead in the relationship. That's not to walk on you or make you a doormat or anything like that. It's just letting them determine the pace. And then if that pace is too fast, which we see here, life is speeding up. It just feels like it's way too fast. You get to put the brakes. I keep hearing that song, pump, pump, pump your brakes. Like, I keep hearing that. Yeah, I cannot make this up. We have 55 and 56 coming out together. That's what I was saying. It's like, this is like an extended healing. This is something that's been going on for a while. It's almost like many things happening all at once to help you heal from a childhood wound. Okay, and I'm going to grab some tarot. This is something new I'm doing this week on the Daily Dice. May I please have one more? Ooh, okay. The Queen of Coins just flipped over. Okay, oh, and the 8 of Swords in the reverse. This is something that causes you a lot of anxiety. Almost feeling like that's what it feels like. If I say no, I feel like I'm rejecting someone, but you're not. And it's something that really causes you a lot of anxiety. And I feel like that comes from how your parents treated you, or maybe if you had to say no to your parents or someone in your family and they made it seem like it was all your fault, like you rejecting them, you were the problem, this, that, and the other. And it's like, this person, whoever this is, they're going to receive you well. They're going to respect your boundaries. This is not someone who is going to be emotionally immature just because they're uncomfortable. Yes, they may fear rejection, but they also respect you, and their respect for you far outweighs their fear of rejection. 1, 2, 3 on the clock. We have the Queen of Coins coming out here. And see, it's like these two little, I guess they're elves, right? Because they have pointy ears. They could be dwarves, but these two little elves or dwarves over here, they're over here like, looking in on her, looking in on all her wealth. And I feel like this energy over here, it's hidden, right? She's not even paying attention to it. She doesn't really care what's going on here. But I feel like here, it's like these are people in your life that tried to stay hidden while they admired your fortune or made you feel like you weren't as fortunate as you really are. And so there's like that coming into play here, where it's almost like, I'm afraid to say no because people have made me feel like saying no was the worst possible thing that could happen. And they're saying, look, you cannot match, these dwarves do not match this queen. Like, they just don't, right? They're probably helpers in this magic castle. Like, they're probably the ones that help out. And I'm not trying to be like rude or anything here. That's not what it is. But just looking at the story that's playing out here, it feels like they're helpers. She's the queen of the castle. She's the one that's in the ruling position, but you have people here who are just stand-ins or extras in your movie. When you're the main character, you have extras in your movie that it seems like they were the ones that were making choices for you or decisions for you in your main character life. And that's what they're saying here, is to step back into this main character energy. You're very, very, very nurturing. You're very loving. You're very kind. You're very beautiful in this moment, and that this is something that you can absolutely take slow. We have earth energy here. This is Capricorn energy, and Capricorns are famous for methodical steps, which matches up with the 10th house. Look, and I cannot make up. Underneath that, we have transform with Pluto, and then we have the 4th house with cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. This is something that is a childhood wound, and this is something that you're transforming, that you get to say how things play out, that it's okay. If you're doing it from a place of love, it's not wrong. Yeah, we have the 4 of Cups. This is going to help you grow emotionally in a very beautiful way. This is stability, in emotional stability, right? Like, this is very stable connection here. This is something that is new, it's fresh, and it's growing, but it is stable. Like, you're not having to worry about feeling like I did something wrong, feeling the fear of I did something wrong, old ghosts attacking you here, which is what it feels like, you know? And the more that you stand in your power, the more you realize, like, oh, this is mine all along. And here we have the Page of Coins coming out. These were people, and I feel like this is representing these little dwarves over here, these little elves, whatever they are. They could be leprechauns too. I mean, leprechauns love gold. So whatever these two little characters are over here, I feel like they're being represented by this Page of Coins in the reverse. It's just showing like they really showed up, like they had so much to give you, so much to offer, and they had nothing. They were empty-handed, right? They weren't here to give you anything. They didn't have anything to offer you, and it was like feeling, you know, these could have been people who wanted you for your money. These could have been people who wanted to take advantage of your abundance, your abundant nature, your abundant energy, whatever it was, whoever these people were in your past. And I do feel like it was family, and a lot of energies that continue to reverberate past that energy of family wounding. And they didn't have anything to offer in your life. And right now you're standing firm in this Queen of Pentacles energy. And they want you to stay firm in that, even when you show up in these relationships, because that's what makes you powerful. And that's what's being seen right now. These are people who are wanting to build a stable emotional connection with you, and they're going to respect you as you are, as you show up. This is something that's foundational, and I feel like you need this foundation in order to begin healing from things that you haven't experienced before. There's like a feeling of not having emotional stability in your life, and in order to heal from that, we have to be given that stable ground upon which to build an emotional connection, a spiritual connection. And that's where real healing begins once we have cleared out so much of our past situations, our cycles that have come back into our lives. Okay. So this is actually a very positive reading from the ancestors. They're really guiding you towards this deep, deep healing. And if you feel like this is your message, leave a little spider emoji down below and say, I know that by standing in my power and my truth, I get to create the reality of my dreams, knowing I'm being healed through my ancestors. Okay. And if it resonated with you, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links below in the description box in order to do so. You can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships, but if not, thank you for your continued support here. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, source, your ancestors, and my spirit guides for all coming together to give us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.